This is Euro Football Daily, and here are this week's hottest transfer rumours from across the continent. With the window slamming shut soon, we're anticipating some frenzied last-minute activity in the next 2 weeks. Anyway, let's get on with it. We kick off with a transfer which could be official by the time you see this, bringing an end to the Blues' search for a long-term challenger to the troubled Kepa at Stamford Bridge, with the Spanish stopper making yet another major error in their loss to Liverpool on the weekend. Rennes head coach Julien Stéphan also confirmed Mendy would be leaving the French outfit, with the club now focused on getting a replacement through the door before the window closes as they prepare to play in the Champions League for the first time in their history. Meanwhile, any hopes of them securing Fikayo Tomori on loan as part of the deal were also put to bed on the weekend, with Frank Lampard suggesting he wants to keep him at Chelsea this term. Mendy was one of the standout keepers in France last season, ranking 3rd for save percentage and helping Rennes keep the 2nd best defensive record in Ligue 1, joint with champions PSG. The 28-year-old is also excellent at commanding his area, something Kepa has struggled with, and is also significantly taller than the Spaniard. After one of the busiest summers of the Abramovich era, it looks like Chelsea have done their final piece of business. Over to Real Madrid, who kicked off their bid to retain the La Liga title with a draw at Real Sociedad on Sunday evening. And while they struggled to find a goal against their Basque opponents, Zinedine Zidane kept striker Luka Jovic firmly on the bench, and the general feeling is that the Real Madrid manager is open to seeing him leave the club on loan this season. In fact, last week, Marca reported Zidane had asked Jovic to look for a temporary switch, and he has no shortage of suitors, with AC Milan the most notable club to be linked with his signature this summer. Hertha Berlin have also been tipped to offer the Serbian international a return to the Bundesliga, where he hit 17 goals for Eintracht Frankfurt in 2018-19, although there have been no reports of renewed interest from the German club in the last week. Mariano Diaz and Borja Mayoral are also expected to leave the Spanish capital before the window closes in October, but Los Blancos are understood to be sticking to their plan of making no new acquisitions, meaning Karim Benzema could end up being their only number 9 this season. How are you feeling about this possibility, Merengues fans? Let us know in the comments. Before we move on to our next rumour, just a quick reminder to subscribe to Euro Football Daily and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. We've also just hit 400,000 subscribers, so a massive thanks to everyone who is already on board. Anyway, let's move on. Rivals Barcelona could also be a good source to pick up young talent from as the window draws to a close, after manager Ronald Koeman revealed Carlos Aleñá, Pedri and Riqui Puig may be allowed to leave on loan. Speaking after his side's victory over Elche in the Joan Gamper Cup on Saturday, the former Netherlands boss suggested the trio would find opportunities hard to come by at the Camp Nou this term, and stressed his view that they need to be playing regular football, with the arrival of Miralem Pjanic and return of Felipe Coutinho making competition for midfield places particularly tough this season. In the case of Puig in particular, Koeman has recommended he go out on loan, having left him out of Saturday's squad altogether. And now, according to Mundo Deportivo, the 21-year-old is set for a spell at Ajax, with Barca apparently trying to set up a deal with their Dutch counterparts for the youngster. Meanwhile, in another deal which could be officially announced by the time this goes live, Arturo Vidal had his medical in Milan yesterday ahead of a reunion with Antonio Conte at Inter, with the Chilean midfielder set to sign a 2-year contract at the San Siro. The pair won 3 titles together at Juventus and will now work to break the Bianconeri's monopoly on Serie A this term, with the 33-year-old joining a stacked midfield which already includes Marcelo Brozovic, Christian Eriksen, Stefano Sensi and Nicolo Barella. Conte will be sport for choice this season, but that still hasn't stopped Gazzetta dello Sport reporting that he still wants Chelsea's N'Golo Conte to join his ranks too. Somehow we reckon that's a step too far. But that isn't it for outgoings at Barcelona, as it now looks like Luis Suarez will be moving to Atletico Madrid. The Uruguayan striker was always set to leave this summer, with the Blaugrana initially willing to let him go for free despite his contract running until 2021. But while a move to Juventus looked dead on, complications in securing an Italian passport ruined any chance of a deal. And on the weekend, Fabrizio Romano revealed Suarez had agreed personal terms with La Liga rivals Atletico Madrid, with Los Colchoneros originally looking to offload Diego Costa in order to facilitate the transfer. But on Monday, it was confirmed that the deal was all but done, with Alvaro Morata the player making way instead. The Spaniard, who only agreed a permanent move to the Wanda Metropolitano last summer, is on the verge of a loan move to Juve, whose efforts to sign Edin Dzeko hit a roadblock, with Roma's pursuit of Napoli's Arkadiusz Milik taking longer than expected. Morata is having his medical for the Bianconeri today, and the club are set to pay a €9 million loan fee with an option to buy at the end of the season for €45 million. In his last stint in Turin, Morata helped the club to 2 domestic doubles and the Champions League final, scoring the winner against Real Madrid in the 2015 semis. Juve fans will be hoping he can bring similar good fortune to Andrea Pirlo in his first season in the dugout. So it looks like at least one section of this transfer merry-go-round is complete, and brings an end to a legendary spell at the Camp Nou for Suarez, who scored 198 goals in 283 appearances across 6 seasons for the Blaugrana, including an outrageous haul of 59 goals in 53 games in the 2015-16 campaign. According to Mundo Deportivo, he will sign a 2-year contract with Atleti, while Barca may still pay a fraction of his wages. However, as this goes out, things could be getting complicated once again, as Barca president Josep Bartomeu is allegedly now demanding a transfer fee for Suarez. If the move does somehow fall apart, Atleti may turn their attention back to Edinson Cavani. Sticking with Atleti for now, as the Spanish side have been linked with a move for Arsenal's Lucas Torreira. Reports in Spain suggest the Uruguayan is keen on a move to Madrid, having fallen out of favour with Gunners boss Mikel Arteta and making just 17 league starts last term. At just 24, the feisty defensive midfielder could be a good investment for Los Colchoneros, and we'd back Diego Simeone to get the best out of him. These rumours have of course brought the Thomas Partey situation back into focus, with some outlets suggesting Arsenal could even use Torreira as part of a deal for the Ghanaian midfielder. However, it's understood that for Partey to join the Premier League side, they will need to pay his €50 million release clause, and that he won't be discussed in any negotiations that may take place for Torreira. However, if they can get a fee for Torreira, the Gunners may be in a better financial position to get a deal for Partey over the line, and it could also aid them in their pursuit of Lyon's Houssem Aouar, who they continue to be linked with. The French club have already rejected the chance to sign Matteo Guendouzi, who Arteta is also trying to shift, and while social media went crazy over a rumoured swap deal with Chelsea for N'Golo Conte or Callum Hudson-Odoi on Monday, they look to be no more than rumours for the time being. Staying put on English shores for our final story, as following a disappointing opening day defeat to Crystal Palace, Man United fans may be buoyed by the news that their club could secure a new left-back this week. They of course missed out on Sergio Reguilón to Tottenham, with Real Madrid's insistence on a buyback clause putting the Red Devils off a deal. Telles, who turns 28 in December, would offer a lot of experience on the flank, and has had an excellent start to the season himself, scoring twice from the spot and providing an assist as Porto beat Braga 3-1 on the weekend. He's been practically ever present for the Portuguese outfit since moving from Galatasaray in 2016, and is keen on making the switch to Manchester, while negotiations are at an advanced stage according to The Guardian. Telles has a hefty release clause of €40 million, but with a year remaining on his contract, United want to lower that to the £25 million mark, while it's understood he would earn around £75,000 a week at Old Trafford. This would represent progress for the Premier League side, who still boast Donny van de Beek as their only summer signing with less than 2 weeks remaining of the window. But United fans, we want to hear from you. Is Telles the right man to go for at left back? Let us know in the comments below. So that's all we have time for on this week's Euro Transfer Talk. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave it a like, and of course subscribe to Euro Football Daily if you haven't done so already. If you're sticking around, why not click on screen right now, as I'm sure it's another EFD banger. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.